The architect has drawn his line in the sand and Roman Reigns better be paying attention because Seth Rollins just made it crystal clear that revenge is the only thing on his mind heading into Crown Jewel 2025. After weeks of tension, brutal attacks, and psychological warfare that has left the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats, Rollins stepped into that ring with fire in his eyes and delivered a promo that sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. This is not just about settling a score anymore, this is personal, this is visceral, and this is about to explode in Saudi Arabia in a way that nobody saw coming. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that button right now because you do not want to miss a single second of what is about to go down. The history between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns is not something that can be condensed into a simple rivalry because these two men have been through absolute hell together and against each other. They stood side by side as brothers in the Shield, dominating WWE and changing the landscape of professional wrestling forever. But brotherhood means nothing when ambition and betrayal enter the picture, and Rollins knows that better than anyone because he was the one who shattered the Shield the first time around. He drove that chair into the backs of his brothers and walked away with his head held high, choosing his own path to greatness over loyalty. Roman never forgot that moment, and even after years of evolution, championship reigns, and reinventions, that wound never fully healed. Fast forward to the present day and we are watching a completely different chapter unfold because Roman Reigns has done the unthinkable by reforming the Shield but without Seth Rollins. Instead of bringing back the original trio that tore through WWE like a force of nature, Roman handpicked new soldiers to stand by his side, creating a new version of the faction that once defined an era. The disrespect was not lost on Rollins, and you could see it written all over his face when he first witnessed this bastardized version of the group he helped build. This was not just a slap in the face, this was Roman telling Seth that he was replaceable, that the Shield could exist and thrive without him, and that his legacy meant nothing in the grand scheme of Roman's empire. The attacks started coming fast and furious because Roman and his new Shield wasted no time making their intentions known. They jumped Rollins after matches, they ambushed him backstage, and they made sure that every single week Seth understood exactly where he stood in this new world order. But if Roman thought that these beatings would break Seth Rollins, he made a massive miscalculation because Rollins has been through wars that would have ended lesser men. He has battled back from injuries that doctors said would finish his career, he has overcome personal demons that threatened to consume him, and he has proven time and time again that he is one of the most resilient competitors to ever step foot in a WWE ring. The promo that Seth cut before Crown Jewel was not just words, it was a declaration of war that echoed through every arena and living room where fans were watching. He stood in that ring with the microphone gripped tight in his hand and his voice shaking with barely contained rage as he addressed Roman directly. Rollins did not mince words, he did not play politics, and he certainly did not hold back his true feelings about what Roman has become and what this new Shield represents. He called Roman out for being a manipulator, for using people as pawns in his never-ending quest for power, and for having the audacity to spit on the legacy that they built together by creating this cheap imitation of what the Shield once was. Rollins reminded everyone watching that he knows Roman better than anyone else in that locker room because they came up together, they fought together, and they stood at the mountaintop together when the Shield was at its absolute peak. He understands how Roman thinks, he knows what makes the tribal chief tick, and he recognizes every single manipulation tactic that Roman employs because Seth wrote that playbook too. This is not some naive rookie stepping up to challenge the head of the table, this is a man who helped build the table and knows exactly how to flip it over and watch everything Roman has constructed come crashing down around him. The intensity in Rollins' voice reached a fever pitch when he started talking about Crown Jewel and what he plans to do when he finally gets his hands on Roman and the new Shield. He promised that there would be no mercy, no hesitation, and no chance for Roman to talk his way out of the beating that has been building for months. Seth vowed that he would dismantle this fraudulent version of the Shield piece by piece, showing the world that without him there is no Shield, there never was a real Shield, and there never will be a Shield that can match what the original three created. This was not the kind of generic tough guy talk that wrestlers throw around every week. This was a man who genuinely believes that his moment of reckoning has arrived and nothing on this earth will stop him from getting his revenge. The WWE Universe has been split down the middle on this entire situation because you have Roman supporters who believe that the tribal chief has every right to choose his own allies and that Seth had his chance years ago when he betrayed them. On the other side you have Rollins loyalists who understand that what Roman is doing is not just disrespectful, it is an attempt to rewrite history and erase the contributions that Seth made to the Shield's legacy. The social media arguments have been fierce, the debate shows have been electric, and the anticipation for Crown Jewel has reached levels that WWE has not seen in quite some time because everyone wants to know how this explosive situation will unfold. Roman Reigns responded to Seth's promo in typical tribal chief fashion with a smirk on his face and confidence dripping from every word he spoke. He told Seth that the past is dead, that the original Shield died the moment Seth drove the chair into their backs, and that this new version is stronger, more loyal, and more dangerous than anything they had before. Roman positioned himself as the architect of this new era, claiming that he learned from Seth's betrayal and built something that cannot be destroyed by jealousy or ego. He made it clear that at Crown Jewel, Seth Rollins will understand that challenging the tribal chief and his new Shield was the biggest mistake of his career. The mind games between these two have been next level because both men understand the importance of psychological warfare in professional wrestling. Roman has used every opportunity to parade his new Shield members around, showing them off like prized possessions while making sure Seth sees every moment of their unity. Seth has countered by refusing to show fear, by standing tall every time he gets knocked down, and by reminding everyone that he has overcome odds far greater than 3 men in tactical gear. The chess match between these two master strategists has added layers of depth to this feud that go beyond simple physicality. Crown Jewel 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most significant events of the year because this match has implications that stretch far beyond just one night. If Seth Rollins can somehow overcome Roman in the new Shield, he proves that he is still the elite competitor he has always claimed to be and that Roman's empire has cracks in its foundation. If Roman and his new Shield destroy Seth Rollins, it cements their dominance and sends a message to the entire roster that nobody is safe from the tribal chief's wrath. The stakes could not be higher, the emotions could not be more raw, and the potential for absolute chaos could not be more apparent. The build-up to this match has featured some of the most intense segments in recent WWE memory because both men have left everything out there in terms of promos, physicality, and storytelling. We have seen Seth get beaten down only to rise up swinging with everything he has left. We have watched Roman orchestrate attacks with military precision, using his new Shield like a weapon to inflict maximum damage while keeping his own hands relatively clean. The cat-and-mouse game has been thrilling to watch unfold week after week, and it has given fans a reason to tune in religiously because they know they might miss something crucial if they look away for even a moment. What makes this feud even more compelling is the fact that both men have legitimate claims to being right in their own minds. Roman believes he is building something greater than what came before, that he is elevating the Shield concept to new heights by choosing loyalty over nostalgia. Seth believes that what Roman is doing is sacrilege, that you cannot just replace founding members and expect the same magic, and that this entire situation is an insult to everything they accomplished together. Neither man is completely wrong, and that moral ambiguity makes this feud far more interesting than a simple good guy versus bad guy scenario. The international setting of Crown Jewel adds another layer of intensity to this confrontation because these major Saudi Arabia events have become synonymous with career-defining moments and shocking outcomes. WWE pulls out all the stops for these shows, and the atmosphere in the arena creates an environment where anything can happen. Seth Rollins competing in front of that massive crowd with revenge burning in his heart is a recipe for something truly special, and Roman Reigns defending his vision with his new brothers by his side creates a dynamic that could lead to absolute pandemonium. Speculation has run rampant about what might happen at Crown Jewel because wrestling fans love to predict and theorize about potential outcomes. Some believe that Seth might have backup of his own, that perhaps former Shield members or allies might emerge to even the odds. Others think this could be a moment where Seth proves he does not need anyone else, that he can stand alone against 3 men and emerge victorious through sheer willpower and determination. There are even theories floating around that this could be the moment where the original Shield finally reunites against a common enemy, though that seems unlikely given the deep animosity between all parties involved. The physical preparation that Seth Rollins has undergone for this match cannot be understated because he knows he is walking into a potential slaughter if he is not at his absolute best. He has been training like a man possessed, fine-tuning every aspect of his in-ring work, and mentally preparing for the war that awaits him in Saudi Arabia. Roman and his new Shield have been equally focused, working together to build chemistry and timing that will allow them to operate as a cohesive unit against a common threat. The collision of these two forces is going to be explosive, violent, and potentially career-altering for everyone involved. As Crown Jewel approaches, the tension continues to build with each passing day because fans know they are about to witness something extraordinary. Seth Rollins has vowed revenge, Roman Reigns has vowed domination, and the new Shield has vowed to prove they are worthy of carrying that legendary name. When these elements collide in that ring, the fallout will be felt throughout WWE for months and possibly years to come. This is not just another match on another card, this is a defining moment in the careers of everyone involved and a chapter in WWE history that fans will be talking about for a very long time. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you never miss any updates, breaking news, or exclusive coverage of everything happening in the world of WWE because Crown Jewel 2025 is going to be absolutely unmissable and you will want to be part of the conversation when Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns finally settle this explosive rivalry once and for all.